Mr. Hunt. Walt Street branch has just been on the telephone to say that our managing director, Brigadier Hawk, DSO and Bar, is on his way over here from over there.
Oh, good grief. He's the last person I want to see late on a Saturday night.
Our esteemed Chief of Staff? Why ever not?
Look, Swindley. Old Worrigut Hawk is the last person I want to see Saturday night, Sunday morning, New Year's Eve or any other day for that matter, but this particular Saturday night, well, it's more than flesh and blood can stand.
May I inquire why, sir?
Yes, as my assistant manager, you may. It's because I have had to make out my own personal report as to why our tottering store has had the worst January sales result in British mercantile history. A situation for which you are partly responsible.
Oh, don't fret, sir. I'm sure that you will rise, phoenix-like, from the ashes.
Yes, well, I wish I could believe you, Swindley. I'm beginning to think the old basket is gunning for me in person.
The old basket?
Hawk!
Don't worry, sir. I'll keep caving. I'll let you know the minute he steps foot over the threshold.
Listen, you will keep right out of his way. And if you should be forced to speak to him, for goodness sake, for all our sakes, please try not to mention a few certain little things.
Which certain things are those?
You know very well what certain little things. Things like me taking time off to play golf, 2 hours for lunch, and the fact that we're still carrying 14 gross gents' handbags.
Never fear, sir. Remember the monkeys.
Monkeys? Yes, what is it, Miss Sinclair? Oh, the Brigadier's arrived, has he? My word, the bush telegraph is working remarkably well this morning. Swindley's already relayed the smoke signals from Water Street.
Evening, Hunt.
Good evening, sir. What an unexpected pleasure. May I take your coat?
No, thank you, I'm not staying.
Oh, what a pity.
There's no need to look so pleased about it.
Oh, I'm not, sir. Believe me, I'm not. It's always an honour and a privilege, sir.
Do shut up, Hunt. There's a good fellow.
Yes, sir.
I've just been visiting Water Street branch and thought I'd call in and see you personally before getting the train back to head office.
Any particular reason, sir?
Yes, Hunt. Have you given your reasons in writing why, in the January sale, this store managed to sell rather fewer garments than the average nudist colony?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, it's been typed now, sir. It'll be in the post to you tonight.
In that case, I can look forward to reading it on Monday morning.
I assure you, sir, I have a very good explanation, sir.
That's as may be, Hunt. Now, there is one other thing, the managers' meeting on Monday.
Oh, yes, sir, I'll be there.
No, you won't, Hunt.
Beg your pardon, sir?
There's no need for you to attend.
But it's the manager's meeting, sir. I'm a manager.
Well, we should just have to manage without you, then.
But, sir...
No buts, Hunt. You will not attend, and that's an order.
Do you say so, sir?
Well, I'll be off, then. Oh, by the way, is he still working here?
He?
The lunatic who locked me in the lift.
Oh, yes, sir. Swindley's still with us, sir. Do you want to see him?
I most certainly do not. I intend to keep well out of his way.
The old basket's arrived, sir.
Swindley!
Don't worry. I won't forget. Don't mention that you take every other Wednesday off for golf. 2 hours for lunch. And the little matter of the 14 gross of gents' handbags. Something wrong, sir? If you don't mind my saying so, you've gone positively pasty. I'll get you a glass of water, sir. You stay here. Well, thank you very much, sir. Brigadier Hawk.
Or the old basket, whichever you prefer.
No, don't take any notice of my remarks, sir. I was merely jesting.
Judging by the deathly pallor on his face, Mr. Hunt doesn't think so. Well, I'll be going now. Before I reach the sales floor, Swindley, Mr. Hunt will probably have strangled you with his bare hands. I know I would in his place.
Very droll, sir. No, I'm sure Mr. Hunt wouldn't dream of... I'll see you to the lift, sir.
No, thank you, Swindley. I've already had one example of your assistance. Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, sir.
Now, no recrimination, sir.
Sit down.
Please, I can't stand scenes. Lays havoc with my adrenaline. Feel my pulse.
I don't want to feel your pulse.
No, of course not. Positively pounding. Must have reached nearly 90.
I don't care if it's 190. I've got much bigger problems than your pounding pulse.
What's the trouble, sir?
The trouble is that I am going to get the chop.
The chop?
Yes, the sack, the boot. They're going to get rid of me.
Oh, surely not, sir. Not a manager of your caliber. Keen, conscientious, hard-working, dedicated, never wandering from the line of duty. Yes, well, perhaps I suppose you could be right. How do you know?
Because I haven't been invited to the managers' meeting, and that's the first sign. It's Reggie Buller all over again.
Reggie Buller, I don't think I know the gentleman.
The manager of the Oxford Street branch.
Oh, yes.
Chugging along very nicely until one year he's not invited to the manager's meeting. 2 days later he's summoned into Brigadier Hawkes' office and bang!
They didn't shoot him.
No, they might just as well have done, though. Early retirement, they call it.
Ah, well, of course we shall all have to retire one day. I mean, we shall all be senior citizens.
But not at 43.
Yeah, well, no, perhaps that is overdoing it a little.
To think I've been over 20 years with this firm.
Best years of your life.
And this is all the thanks you get.
Golden handshake.
Yes, more like the old heave-ho as far as I'm concerned. Right, well, they're not going to get away with it. I'll show them. I'll tell that old bastard a few home truths.
What are you going to do, sir? Do you think that's wise?
Get in first, that's what I'm going to do. Resign. Now then. To Brigadier Hawke.
Dear so and bar.
Dear Hawke, this is, without a doubt, the most despicable, cunning, two-faced, backbiting, and vindictive act I have ever known. Oh, not bad for a start. As for you personally, I can hardly believe you ever rose above the rank of corporal. My loathing for you is only equalled by that for your snivelling partner, Sir Charles Dobson, who, incidentally, is the biggest crook outside Dartmoor. An institution which resembles this chain of stores in more ways than one. Ooh, I've enjoyed this. As far as the job itself is concerned, you can stick it, branch by branch. Lovely. Now then, how shall I sign that?
Your obedient servant.
Good night, Mr. Oh, is Mr. Swinley here? No, he's next door with Mr. Hunt. They've been there ever since the Brigadier left.
Is that why you're trying to listen in with that tumbler?
I just happened to pick it up when I was tidying the desk.
It's still warm where you've had your ear hole.
Mrs. Edgley.
Evening, ladies.
Ready for the off, Mr. Swinley?
I shall be as soon as I've stamped my mail.
There's something going on, isn't there, Mr. Swinley?
Miss Sinclair, there's nothing going on that I am at liberty to disclose at the moment.
But I mean there's something afoot with Brigadier Hawke.
Please, a little discretion, if you don't mind.
Discretion, nothing. I'm on fire with curiosity.
Well, in that case, perhaps you'd care to go into Mr. Hunt's office and see if he has any letters for the post.
There is something up, isn't there?
Up, Mrs. Edgley?
Yes, up. There's something up with Mr. Hunt.
Well, if you promise not to reveal the source, I'll tell you the sad news.
Sad news.
Oh, yes, tragic, I'm afraid.
Why, what's the matter with him?
He's been cut off in his prime. Nipped in the bud, if you pardon the expression.
How?
Nemesis.
Ooh, it sounds nasty, that.
Yes, it is, Mrs. Edgley. I fear that his days with us are numbered.
Oh, he's too young to go.
Mr. Hunt wasn't in his office, but I picked these letters up off his desk.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Whatever's the matter?
Very sad news. Mr. Hunt's got nemesis. He didn't want us to know. Oh, what a brave man. How long has he got?
Well, judging by a similar case that he quoted to me, I should say just about 2 days.
2 days? Well, it hardly seems possible. Oh, it's always the best that go first.
One of nature's gentlemen. He always cleaned his plate up. And always had a kind word.
Hello, what the hell's going on here?
Mr. Hunt, I would like to say it's always been an honour and a privilege to work with you.
And you've been the best boss I've ever had.
It was only fair to tell them, sir.
Oh, calm. Cheer up, ladies. After all, it's only my funeral.
What a brave man you are.
We will miss you, Mr. Hunt.
Look, Mrs. Edgley, I'll come back every now and again just to have a look at you. What have I said?
Well, I don't wish to appear indelicate, but I'd be awfully grateful if you didn't bother.
And me. And if you must come back, do it proper through a medium.
Medium? What are they talking about, Swindley?
Ladies, you've obviously completely misunderstood me. Mr. Hunt is leaving us, certainly. But he's hardly going that far.
Do you mean he's not going to pop off?
No, Mrs. Edgley, he's not going to pop off, as you so eloquently express it. He's merely leaving the store.
Well, that's about it. I suppose I've had my luck. Oh, no. Just one other thing to do. Goodbye, Brigadier. Oh, God, now who the devil's this now? Hello.
Oh, this is Miss Cavendish, Brigadier Hawke's secretary speaking from London. Is the Brigadier still with you?
No, he is not here. And what's more, I never want to see his face again.
Mr. Hunt, aren't you adopting a rather funny tone for a man in your position?
I am adopting exactly the right tone for a man in my position.
I'm just popping off to the poster. Oh, one more. I shall return to bid you a last farewell.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
Well, I do understand. I haven't been invited to the manager's meeting, and what's more, I know why.
Oh, dear, someone has informed you. The Brigadier did so want to keep this presentation secret.
Let me tell you, I think it's the most despicable, backbiting, Presentation? What presentation?
Mr. Hunt, you're adopting a very odd tone. It's your presentation, the one for your 25 years with Dobson and Hawke.
25 years?
Yes, the Brigadier wanted to discuss what to buy you. That's why he didn't want you at the meeting.
Oh, I see. That's it, is it? A presentation for my 25th year with Dobson. Well, oh, that's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Thank you so much, Miss Sinclair. Goodbye. Well, 25 years with Dobson and Hawke's presentation. Oh, this is quite different. Come on, out you come now. Back you go. Oh, thank God I didn't post that letter. The letter. Where's my letter? Swinley! Swinley! Swinley!
Coming, Mr. Hunt. Here we are, sir. The incriminating letter will soon be in our hands.
I wish I had your confidence, Swinley.
Oh, don't worry, sir. This pillar box will soon reveal its secret. I took the precaution of visiting the toy department before we left, sir. Now, observe the simple yo-yo. Oh. With this childish toy and a little adhesive, we'll soon crack this crypt.
Look, Swinley, don't you think it would be safer if we waited till morning and bribed the postman?
Please, let us not stoop to corruption. This way we shall retrieve the letter, save the postman from temptation, and nobody will be any the wiser.
All right, anything you say, Swinley.
Ah, now, here we are, sir. Tacky and a trice. Instant stick, as it were. Now, sir, here we go. Ah! I've made contact.
Yeah, well, good for you, Swinley.
I'll haul it in.
Now, steadily does it.
Very difficult working in the dark. I wish I'd brought a torch.
Well, look, here you are. Borrow my lighter.
Ah, thank you, sir. Yes, I've got a bite.
Good.
Right. Go!
Now, what's the matter?
I burned my finger, sir.
Oh, for goodness sake, did you get the letter?
No, I didn't. It dropped inside along with the yo-yo and your lighter, I'm afraid, sir.
You twit, Swinley! That was solid gold!
I know, very beautifully was, sir. I've always admired the chasing on the side.
Swinley!
Don't worry, sir. All is not lost. I have a second device here.
And what the devil are you going to do with that?
Observe. There we are, sir. A little adhesive. I've made contact. Good. Yes. Oh, dear, I do wish I hadn't dropped your lighter. It's very frustrating working in the dark.
Try that.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, would you just hold the other end of this coil? Now then, when I say pull, officer, pull. Good evening, Constable.
All right, rough Fifi, let's have you.
I think you bore up very well under the interrogation, sir.
It's a wonder we're not both in jail.
Oh, come, Mr. Hunt. The constable could see at a glance that we weren't seriously engaged in tickling Her Majesty's pillar box.
I'll never understand why he let us go.
Oh, why? Well, because it was so obvious that we're honest citizens. Men of character, probity, sobriety, men who can afford a dozen tickets to the annual police ball.
There's only one thing we can do now, and that's get into Hawk's office.
Marvellous idea, sir. Make a clean breast of it. Throw yourself on his mercy. Tell him that you wrote the letter in a temporary fit of madness. I can always allude to your rapid mental decline.
Swindley.
That is, if you're prepared to play the part a little, sir. Ruffle your hair. Make your eyeballs bulge.
I'll make your eyeballs bulge in a minute. If you don't get me that letter back, you got me into this, you can get me out of it.
Oh, that's hardly fair, sir. I was only trying to help you.
No. Get on that phone and find out the times of the trains to London. We've got to be in that office first thing Monday morning.
Come in.
Good morning, Miss Cavendish.
Mr. Hunt, I thought we had resolved any misunderstanding about your attendance at the managers' meeting.
Yes.
I don't recall making an appointment for you to see the Brigadier.
No, but this is something that's come up unexpectedly.
Quite so.
Who is this person with you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't know my assistant manager, do you? This is Mr. Swindley, Miss Cavendish.
I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Cavendish.
So you're Mr. Swindley. Yes, the Brigadier's spoken about you.
Glowingly.
Colourfully.
What time does the Brigadier arrive?
Oh, he'll be at his desk within the next 10 minutes.
And the mail. What time does the mail arrive?
Well, it's on his desk, of course. Why on earth do you ask?
Nothing. I was just thinking it must be quite a problem getting your mail in a great city like this. What a debt we owe to the humble postman and his bag. Trundling through the streets in foul weather and fair, laden with the nation's correspondence. What a charming office you have here.
The Brigadier was right. Well, if you'll excuse me, won't you sit down while you're waiting?
Thank you.
Right, go on, Swindley. Go and get the letter.
Where to?
Go and get that letter before old Worryguts arrives.
But supposing she catches me at it?
Look, Swindley, it has cost me £20 for police ball tickets, 2 return tickets to London, and 2 sleepless nights. Now go and get that letter.
Very good, sir. That was a narrow escape.
Dobson and Hawke, Brigadier Hawke's office. I beg your pardon? Well, I don't advise you to see him this morning. He's not at his most affable on Mondays. Very good, I'll tell him.
Oh, all clear. Go on.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter now?
My adrenaline again. My pulse is positively pounding.
Go and get that letter back before she comes in.
Very well. Over the top. Got them, sir. There are only 4. Oh, there's a letter here from South Africa. What a colourful stamp.
Have you
The Lion at Bay.
Have you got it, Swindley?
No, I've got the saber-toothed tiger one.
The letter, Swindley, the letter!
I've ordered some coffee for... What are you doing with those letters, Mr. Swindley?
Which letters are those, Miss...
The ones you are holding in your right hand.
Oh,
The Brigadier's personal and private mail.
Well, you see,
He was admiring the stamp.
Yes, that's right. I'm a very keen philatelist. And I'm only 1 lion short of the full set.
Well, I'm sure if you ask the Brigadier nicely, he'll let you have the stamp.
Do you really think you would?
In the meantime, this is his private correspondence, and I would be most grateful if you and Mr. Hunt would return to your seats.
Yes.
Coffee and biscuits will be along shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very kind. Shall I try again?
No. I'll have a go this time. You keep your eye on that door and let me know if there's any sign of Hawke or Dracula's daughter.
You can rely on my early warning should the enemy approach.
Swindley?
Not a soul in sight.
Right.
Copy, gentlemen. Mr. Hunt,
Mrs. Cavendish.
don't tell me you're looking for a lion as well.
No, I was just stretching my legs.
You just happened to pick up the mail as you went by.
Yes.
Perhaps you'd like to pick it up again,
It's-
off the floor.
Allow me, I'll deal with this.
Thank you. Now, perhaps you'd like to sit down and I'll bring you some coffee.
Thank you very much indeed, yes.
I shall leave my door open. I shall be in my office if you require me.
Well, we've had it now.
On the contrary,
Huh?
I surreptitiously slipped it into my pocket.
What?
Victory is ours.
Oh, get rid of it quickly before somebody comes.
You've got a match on you. Let's set fire to the pieces.
No, I haven't. And you posted my lighter.
You didn't by any chance return your salary with this letter, did you, sir?
You complete idiot, Swindley. You've just torn up a cheque for £4,327 10 shillings.
Oh, dear. Oh, what an unfortunate error. We'd better hide these.
Yes, go on, get rid of them before somebody comes in.
Oh, dear.
The Brigadier is below. He will be up in about 1 minute.
Thank you.
Did you get rid of them?
No, I didn't. You know what you'd do if you were a secret agent, don't you?
Tell me.
You'd eat the pieces.
You eat them!
Right? All I can do to accommodate Mrs. Edgley's tapioca pudding.
Look at that plant. Put them in there. Hide them underneath the story. That's it. I'll have another go at the desk. Ah, this is it. This must be it. Third time lucky. It must be it.
Ah, mail for me, thank you. Good morning, Miss Cavendish.
Good morning, sir.
Whatever are you doing here? And what on earth is he doing with my giant philodendron?
I'm just seeing that the moss is moist, sir. I've always had very green fingers.
He also collects stamps, sir.
Well, I don't intend to ask what extraordinary errand brings you to my office first thing on a Monday morning till I've read my post.
He's going to open the envelopes.
I didn't think he was going to commit harry-carry.
No. He won't, but we might have to.
What are you two blathering about?
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
Good heavens above. Well, this letter tells me quite a lot, Hunt. Now, I do indeed know why you're here.
Yes, sir.
It's a sad document, Hunt. I don't think it is going too far to say that this is one of the most shameful communications I've ever received from one of my managers.
I'm sure Mr. Hunt fully agrees with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you feel totally disgraced. You should.
Oh, I do, sir. I do.
Oh, he does, sir. He does.
Well, there's one thing I do know, Hunt.
What's that, sir?
As an old soldier, your courage really astounds me. To think that after writing this, you have dared to come here and face it up with me like a man. There are very few managers who do the same, Hunt. I salute you.
You do, sir?
And you too, Swindley.
Sir.
After all, you stood by him.
Look, sir, I am truly sorry about this, and I promise you will never, ever happen again.
Oh, come on, cheer up. There are worse things than a bad January sales return, you know.
January sales return?
January sales return.
So why don't we have a bite of lunch together and forget all about it? Come along to my club at 1 o'clock. In and out.
Oh, it would have to be, sir. We've very little time.
The in and out club, Swindley.
May I just make a note of that, sir? Oh.
The letter. I've just found it in my pocket. I never posted it. God, for
By the way, Brigadier, Johnson and Finch are very anxious to know if you've received their cheque for £4,327 10 shillings.
Doesn't seem to be here, Miss Cavendish.
That's very funny. It was due this morning.
Don't fret, Miss Cavendish. I'm sure you'll run it to earth. After all, Her Majesty's mails are not easily tampered with. Goodbye, sir. See you later. Up and down, Club.